What is going on, everybody? Antonius, DaGamer here, back once again with Super SSS Rank. We are the Press Start Select
What is
podcast.
going on? What is going
S
on?
Rank. Well, how's it going this evening, sir?
I'm excited, man. The evening's going great. I believe we have some surprises for both of us, right? I just finished building my new gaming PC, a brand new
Congratulations.
gaming PC
Imagine
during
the
this week.
applause sound effect right now.
Oh no, you'll definitely add that later, man. Definitely add that later. But so far, man, I'm happy. I'm very happy with the decision I made. I learned a lot. Now I can build a PC by myself. I
Mm.
understand everything within that week. And it's not as intimidating as it seems. Um, but besides that, man, I'm glad the week was great. Some ups, some downs, but I'm still here and excited to tune in with you guys today so we can talk about what we
Oh
learned.
no, for sure, for sure. And I too also have some news. I too also have joined the PC place of the gaming space.
The master
The
race.
master race. I went with the pre-built because while I do understand tech fairly well, I'm like I'm not trying to do that whole motherboard setup right now at this phase of my life. But I'm very, 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 very pleased with the pre-built that I went with. And now it's just kind of fine-tuning things and trying to get into this space proper. So I'm very excited to kind of see how it
You
plays out.
did you did the right thing. I mean, for me, I got the deal. I got the deal of deals. But I went back and I swapped in for a more powerful motherboard. So not a motherboard, but a more powerful GPU.
Yeah.
Same on the same tier,
Yeah.
but just the GPU is just a better overall
Yeah, yeah,
GPU.
yeah, yeah.
You know? Yeah, and I like and it's a lot more flat. I don't know if there's a yeah, see show you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So for audio listeners, S Frank just pulled up the brand new GPU. I like to say that,
The Sapphire,
yeah,
right?
like I like to say with that we're rocking with 5090s, but we ain't at that.
Oh no, that'll be by the end of this quarter.
Yeah.
By the end of this quarter. Absolutely by the end
As
of
we
this
know,
quarter.
5090s are the price of gold right now, so he's a little tricky.
Yeah, right. An ounce.
Yeah, yeah. But with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the big gaming news.
なんというビッグニュース
Now it's been a little while since we recorded, so there's a little myriad of topics going on, and we'll just kind of do a couple of quick fires and kind of get caught up to our main things per I guess you could say console publisher. But S Rank, tell me your thoughts about everything going on with Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed. What do you feel about the announcement that they're bringing in the Assassin's Creed veterans to kind of assemble like the Avengers or the Justice League to make a new Assassin's Creed, while also confirming one of the worst kept secrets in the industry right now? Like, yes, we are getting an Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake. What do you think Ubisoft is? Are they pulling themselves out of the tailspin in any way when it comes to this?
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. So the canceled Prince of Persia games that were coming would probably, I don't think it's canceled for indefinite. It's gonna come back. I mean, if you're gonna assemble the Assassin's Creed team veterans, why would you just assign them for this project alone? Wouldn't you want them to kind of clean up if you're gonna do the Avengers? You just want them to assemble one time and that's it? Okay, that's a little odd to me, but there's a lot of help that this company could definitely use. So I think them doing that, do I care? I don't. Only because the record's so long, is just the track record of what they've been doing is
Oh,
so
absolutely.
such a disappointment.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So there's not really a lot of hope I have behind that. And who didn't think Black Flag would make a return?
Especially given the
You
last
know?
2 years of Ubisoft, for like, oh, so this is it. This is when you push the button. Break
Yeah.
glass in case of emergency, huh? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, we knew it was coming, right? Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
This should have the resources should have just went to
Yeah.
your best
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
But when you're making a quadruple A game, S rank, and you got Singapore money, hey, we need
Man, listen, I just honestly, I just hope it goes well. Um, I hope everybody wins from this. I hope everything's a success. I hope the whatever they want for it to be, for it to be. The only thing I'm concerned about is the theme.
That was a very
What
nice way
theme
of
will it
saying
be
like
this
I hope
time?
all your hopes and dreams come true.
I do. I do. It's sad to see people suffer because of three people's bad decision making when the team is telling you, no, no, don't, no, 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 don't do it, don't. It just sucks. I think what I would like to happen is that this team has a success with this new Assassin's Creed. But besides that, how much you gonna put into this? This is gonna let me know from the jump. We need to see. I want to see whatever you guys present at the next E3 or the Game
Yeah.
Awards. Of what this product is gonna look like. That'll let me know if it's gonna be in good faith. I'll have good faith with it,
Yeah.
or have some glimpse of hope and believing in. Other than that, there's nothing that I want to see from them.
Mhm. I'm kind of with you in that. I'm a little bit more pessimistic in regards to like I don't have much high hopes. I think the fact that everything is now riding on Assassin's Creed shows a sign of horrible decision making as opposed to we're kind of riding the ship. Like it smells like fear rather than confidence and competence, right? Of like you said with the Prince of Persia thing, we didn't have to get there, but here we are. You immediately, amongst all these announcements, hey, you're getting 60 FPS updates on all these other Assassin's Creed games that we have. Oh yeah, and we're shadow dropping the Rayman collection. Okay. We got to keep feeding the Tom Clancy rumors out there to keep hope alive in that aspect. And no mention of what's happening next to Far Cry. To me, I'm like, this does not scream, we heard you, we're listening, and we'll do better. This
Okay, so regards to Far Cry, oh no, not Far Cry. I think the is this Sam Fisher gonna be a reboot? Because that animation that was taking place on Netflix was not it.
came and went. No one said
Killed
a
the momentum.
word.
Well, I mean, people don't have to talk. They quietly leave. We're not in a generation to you want to look at we'll tell you look at the data. Well, you want to know why we didn't continue watching the show? Well, we want Splinter Cell for Sam.
Yeah.
You deface Sam by putting him against other rookies that are joining him and outdoing him because of they're just written better because they decide, but there's no evidence of that taking place.
Mhm.
You had your moment to where you reduce Sam Fisher to being blind and having no legs, and whatever animation that was.
Yeah.
What's it called not Captain Harlock, but whatever, the one with Rayman doing
Oh yeah. Or we got a very
as a
different,
failed actor.
different version of Rayman.
Yeah. So what is your marketing when you do these kind of things? What do you expect people to what is your product? It's not even about Sam anymore. This would be the opportunity to do it. Is it a reboot? Is it a continuation?
Mhm.
So that's where I leave it. And is it who's gonna helm this project? There's no names behind these projects. There's no like confident developer. You need that type of energy
Yeah.
behind this game. You need a Neil. You need a Kojima. You need a Jaffe. You need a name.
Mhm.
Someone who understands the vision is gonna bring it forth to come alive. These no-name developers where they're just incognito and they stay incognito because they don't know whether or not their product is good.
Right. They're afraid to
It's
attach
not a
their
good
name to
sign
the
to me.
product. Yeah. No, that's a good point.
It's not a good sign to me. It's not a good sign to me. The guy who does the guy what? Man, I can't remember his name. It Takes Two, and the other
Okay.
game that
Mhm.
he's there. He's present. I see him.
Yeah.
Even the guy that does Ron Howard,
Mhm.
Todd
Mm.
Howard,
Todd Howard.
Ron Howard, Todd
Yeah.
Howard, Todd Howard from Skyfall. He's there. He's present. Fallout. He's there.
Mhm. He talks about
there.
Skyrim. He'll talk about, like he'll talk about it. You may not get the answer you want to hear.
Starfield, yeah, sorry,
Starfield. But like you
Starfield,
might not get the answer you want to hear. But like he'll address it. He'll say something.
He's there.
Yeah.
He's there, man. He's present. I don't see any of that. There's nobody for that. So I don't have a lot of confidence because nobody wants to attach their name to it.
Mhm.
And they say, "Hey, listen, I'm just gonna do my job so I can collect the check and go."
Yeah.
And goodbye. That's not what we need.
Yeah.
We need somebody talking like how he believes in Final Fantasy 7 7
Part 3.
Rebirth
Yeah.
Part 3. And I believe him.
Me too.
I believe him. I can feel his passion.
Yeah, me too.
You know, even with let's go with the latest Resident Evil that dropped. Like the guy's present. He said, "Hey," and guess what? I can feel. I was very well pleased with what I was playing,
Oh yeah, it's
even if I didn't want to play as
oh
Grace.
yeah, it's gonna be on our PSS Approved. Spoiler alert for people who are listening to podcasts of like they did it. They all your concerns that you might have been worried about in terms of the blending, check and check.
Well pleased. Man. You know what I'm saying? They got me feeling like Dark Side sitting on my chair. Report: is the Kryptonian taken out? Yes. Yeah.
Eyes ablaze
Yeah,
as a screen face in black.
Yeah. You feel me? Yeah, but yeah, absolutely happy with absolutely. I think it needs that type of energy. I don't sense that from this.
Yeah, and you
project.
can see it even from the internet. Even though, of course, the internet is like a snippet. It's like, so you mean to tell me there was more of a reaction to the leaked information about Black Flag Remake than the actual announcement of it? Interesting. Like people like all the whisperings about the art books and people like, oh man, Black Flag might be back. It's like Ubisoft has done so much studio damage that even the official "it's coming" people are like, I mean, we'll see.
How can I get happy when you canceled like 4 games in development?
Yeah,
One game I'm hearing was almost already complete.
right.
What is there to be excited for?
Nah, I'm with you. But I guess in terms of excitement, do you have any excitement for the Simpsons and prototype developer team returning as underneath the moniker of Radical Games?
A brand new studio?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, as long as there's structure and order to that team and they produce a product, like for example, let's not give us an Anthem. Let us at least know what we're making. Cuz now nobody has access to that game.
If it was
Except
like a
through video.
prototype remake, would that bring any type of hype for you or
A prototype remake, I don't know how far they're going to go. The part of the thing that works for prototype is how unrestricted it is.
I think it would still be in that end. I think
Yeah.
some of the, and you could argue about whether or not it's too much in the other direction. I think we've kind of re-slid back to a place of like we're not going to go to the years of like Postal and Postal 2, maybe, but we're kind of in a place
Yeah.
where it's like you can just make the game. Like you could say these things and it'll land where it lands, and the audience that wants
Yeah.
it will find it.
Yeah, okay. Prototype 2 is cool. Is it I think they botched the story in part 2.
They did.
You know, they just made a very the storyline was I thought it was great. The theme? What? Alex Mercer's evil now?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, sign me up. And now we got a new protagonist that has to get him because he took out his family.
Yeah.
I can't like you, Alex. Goodbye, you gotta go.
Yeah.
But then the character just wasn't there, man. And so if they can fix those things, the gameplay was fire.
Amazing.
If they could fix those things, you know, why not? I'm down for it. You guys gave us things that we didn't know we needed. Like that's the same structure of Hulk Ultimate Destruction.
It's the same team.
It's the same
Yeah.
team. I'm excited as long as they come back, like how Killer Instinct did when they got the original guy to lead to do it. Yeah, I think it's there.
Yeah.
I think it's there.
I'm excited too. I guess the thing for me that I'm most worried about is just the reception, right? I think Prototype, for as good as it is overall, all things considered, I think it is definitely one of those you had to be there games where I'm a little nervous about how it would perform in today's gaming audience. Like for us, like you said, if it's great, it's a no-brainer buy. But I'm like, how do you convince someone maybe 10 years younger? Like, no, you got to play Prototype the reboot. Like this is one of those ones.
Well, I mean, if you're an Infamous fan, it'll be along the lines of that game. If you loved
But
Infamous,
even Infamous is
if,
kind of from our era too. Think about
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Second Son was what 2013. It's been a minute,
still a fire
and it
game.
looks great. All things like
Still a
yeah, yeah.
fire.
But I mean, but I'm just saying, like, think look at it from that lens. It's like you would have to have been like 13 at that time for
Yeah.
anything Infamous to kind of resonate with you as a young adult.
Hey, if it goes day and date PC, it'll be fine.
You know what? Let's talk about that just for a second because some news came in. I know it wasn't on the list, but I think it's worth noting. Of Slay the Spire 2 apparently has over 500,000 players on Steam right now. And
What is that?
it's a roguelike game. And what I've noticed is you're seeing games like that.
500,000.
That's what I read. I don't know how accurate that is, but it feels that way because I'm like, well, okay, well, if a good number is considered 100,000 and everyone keeps bringing up Slay the Spire, so I'm like, it has to be in that ballpark, I would think. But while I check the official numbers, what do you think about the increase in the roguelike market, right? Of like, now we're talking about Hades, now we're talking about Mugenics, now we're talking about Slay the Spire, or it's like you go on these runs. You know, like one of the best reviewed Ninja Turtle games of the last year was a roguelike. You know, what are your thoughts on is that the new it thing in the industry genre?
I don't think it's a new it thing. I just think paths that were already prosperous are now being seen
Okay.
and they're being developed well.
Okay.
The packaging is phenomenal packaging. I don't think you could lose. Like, I mean, the video games are technically like the bread aisle.
Sorry. Yes, that number was accurate. Their 24-hour all-time peak was 526,000.
Okay, so
So 500,000 people.
okay, so listen, like it's an avenue that is already it's feeding a need of competition that we people who are normal would love to see, right? They strive on it. It's an instinct that they're a need that they're fulfilling. I think it's a path that was always open. It just needed presentation, promotion. We can kind of tell when you don't believe in a product, man.
Yeah.
You know, where's the money behind
Right.
it?
We're like, this wasn't a
This
decision. This was a lack of budget. Like,
yeah. So I think it's going to I there's gonna of course be companies that are gonna just, hey, let's just do it because it's popular. But look at the Dark Souls era. Everything's technically a Souls like
right.
now.
Or
And now
Souls inspired at the very least.
Souls inspired.
Yeah.
And now what we're seeing is back at a return to action games. Just the regular form of the authenticity. Now we're gonna see something come back to the roguelike. We got our side scrollers. People love those because I mean they never left. They were always here.
Yeah.
I think people are just becoming more aware of it and knowing like, hey, this is how the game plays. Man, I think I could do something like that. Oh man, what? Let's go for it. The roguelikes are very addictive,
Yeah.
right? I want to see
It scratches
how
like
far
an
I
itch
can
in your
get.
gamer brain of like you said, how far can I get? How do
Yeah,
I still got it? You know, like
yeah, right. And then not only that, but the challenges. Like, look at us. We were people who had to keep the PlayStation on until we could afford money for a memory card.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Trauma.
Because we had no choice. We was trying to beat that boss.
Right.
I remember playing Rayman 2. This was my first official video game to where I had to beat by myself. I'm probably like 10 years old. And the challenges I was getting in Rayman were like that game was like a college course. And I was just exams is done. And if you get 70%, you're not passing.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what that felt like.
And God forbid if your parents walked by your room and heard your console on, it's like, oh, they must have left it on by accident. Click.
Like, yeah.
No.
And you
No.
moving on, your parents like at the end of Ace Ventura. You just cost me 50 grand. You feel me? So yeah, I think it's a return back. I think those things were always there, just like fighting games were always there. Is the product good? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Is the product good? And if the product's good, people will pay with their wallets.
Yeah. And I think, not for nothing, I think the roguelike also speaks to, ironically as it sounds, like the usage of time, right? So like, as we know, at least for right now, the audience with the most buying power is us, right? We'll buy a game knowing our backlog is a year and a half long at the very least. Of like, but I want to play this one now, because as we know, kids younger than us are on their phones or have no interest in video games or what have you. I think roguelikes also kind of do that thing where it's like it's not too much of a commitment of like you can go on a run. The run finishes in half an hour, whether you win or you lose, and you put your controller down and you go to bed. Versus like, I want to do, like I want a game for an hour, but I just got Wargame on, and I got to see what happens. Like I got to see what happens in Time Stranger next. Like it's an easier disconnect of like, oh man, that run didn't work out the best. I'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't have to think about it.
Go.
Yeah.
Pick up and go. In a way, it's kind of like your war zones.
Yeah.
And your and your battle royales.
Yeah.
It's just you go in and the mission's clear. It's always going to be the same. Just the environment change. Surprisingly, yeah, a lot of roguelikes. You can even bring up Elden Ring Night Rain.
Yeah.
That's extremely popular. And I wouldn't have expected that to be as big as it is, but it is taken seriously.
There was definitely some skepticism about it, but I think what helped that kind of get its legs is that From Software took it seriously. I think if it was just a bunch of slapped together assets, we're gonna make a little extra bread off the Elden Ring brand, I think it would have just came and went, right? Of just like, gotcha, right, and moved on. But they took it seriously.
Yeah, they did. And they're reaping the benefits right now. I think with that game coming out, they're refining a lot of their problems where they were having with multiplayer.
Yes.
And look at it now.
Which means like whenever they do Night Rain 2 or whatever it looks like in the future, like, okay, we've taken this data and you're going to get an even better experience because we're still taking it seriously. Yeah.
That's going to be cool.
But I think that is our platform agnostic news for the most part. And now we can get into the specifics. So let me know. Do you want to start with PlayStation, Nintendo, or Xbox this evening?
Let's get the turds out of the way first.
Oh.
Go ahead and talk about that Helix.
Okay, let's talk about it. So in Xbox news, because everything now apparently is just a tweet. Well, to be fair, they had like a little teaser video, whatever the case may be. But it's been confirmed. The next Xbox console is in production and is being codenamed Project Helix. And out the gate, they said, yes, it is bringing PC and Xbox gaming to the market. Now, S-Rank, as you know, and as I said last pod, Satya Nadella, as far as I know, listens to this podcast. So it made me think back to what we were saying of like, what does the next version of the Xbox console look like? And I'm like, I think it needs to be like a all-in-one, almost like gaming content creation device. And I think this is kind of like the hint of like, okay, you can stream from it. You could like, we're basically going to give you all things you needed for your content creator starter pack while also having a console. But what do you think about them confirming the PC aspect? Is there a price point that is going to make sense based on what we've heard about the Steam machine and where that might end up before the end of the year? What does this do for you in terms of the Xbox brand?
Well, I was discussing earlier with a buddy of mine, and he pointed out something very interesting. He said, well, the console that they wanted to make before is now the best version of what they were pitching earlier with Don Matrick.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine a little computer that also is focused on playing Xbox games.
Mm-hmm.
Software, Windows is going to run the best with Microsoft games.
Right.
And hey, you can also edit your video on this device. If you want the extra power, you could pay a little extra, but baseline, I do think it's going to be 1,002 or 1,005. But to be honest with you, that's the price of your average smartphone.
Yeah.
And
yeah, keep going.
So if people are, there's definitely going to be financing options. 100%. There's going to be financing options.
Now with the Xbox credit card.
Yeah, Klarna all day. You know, Xbox is partnered with Klarna
Yeah.
to help. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely you're definitely gonna see financial different financial options or financing options to support to basically purchase your device or purchase your console.
So you
So
don't
from
think that there's a world where Satya bleeds through the eyes and eats the cost and the hardware to kind of get it out to the market as much as possible, and they launch it under 1,000?
if Shawarma can convince him, then I think it'll be great for her
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
that. If she
It would
could
be a
touch
good look.
700,
Like,
if she could touch 700 and it could run, if it could run 4K out the gate, if this is doing if this has the power of a 4090 RTX
maybe a
4090,
little higher. Maybe a little higher.
for me, of course, a little
Yeah.
higher. Like if we could do that, then they're in the green. And if it's $1,000 flat or under, I think it's a victory. Now, my only concern is, I'm not too concerned about that because it's actually improving a lot, a greater deal. You also don't have to be the ones to manufacture the standard Xbox version. If the people are crazy enough, they can go for the Asus version. They can go for the Dell version. Whoever PC man, if they do choose to go that route,
Mhm.
then those are options that are available, and people can go on from there. What I believe is actually gonna, because of this pull from other competitors being, hey, this is the only place where you're gonna find our games now.
Yeah.
And if Microsoft does that as well, along with being able to run a Steam OS, you kind of get the best of both worlds. Hey, I'm looking to get into the market. I have an Xbox, but now I can just go ahead and I can get all the games. And now, if I can port every licensed game that Xbox originally made on here on my device and it's mine's, absolutely. It's just gonna right now at this point, it's gonna be consumer to brand relations.
Which they could
How are you
use
gonna
right
save
about now.
how are you gonna save your face? What are you gonna do with the price? What's the name of this console gonna be? Don't name it something to where we can't relate to it.
Yeah. Honestly, Xbox half the time
720.
their code names be sounding better than the actual console names.
Right, yeah. Like hey, this is Xbox. We realized and she's talking about she wants to go back into what made the Xbox. Now, if it looks like the OG takes inspiration from the OG Xbox, I think that'll be great.
Hmm.
I love that branding.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only person whose branding where I can't even complain about successfully is the PlayStations. Their branding is phenomenal.
Yeah.
That PlayStation 2 era of just dreamscape theme and
The sound choice, it's it it
you know
gave off polish. Even though like you're having like your conversation with friends at school, like the Xbox games do look better. Like, yeah, but do you see what PlayStation's doing? Like,
when you turned on PlayStation 2 and you hear it boot up and you see you feel like you're being
yeah,
you're absorbed into a
Yeah,
realm.
yeah.
So if they can do that, when I turned on my Xbox, the doom the nuclear, it let me know like, you want the games that you want to just go ham on, this is the device for you. And you'll get the consistency of games releasing on this console. Doom, Halo, Mortal Kombat, you name it, the game's dead or alive. This is the Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Those are the brand. That's the type of games you're looking to get. If they can do that with this launch, I think it'll be great. I think it'll be perfect because now they kind of have the opportunity to get their vision across
Yeah.
of what they really wanted to do,
Mhm.
as well as just meeting the needs of a consumer as well. Like, hey, I don't need a capture card anymore. I could just use my Xbox to capture full length gameplay.
Yeah.
And I'm looking to get into streaming. What you guys got an app to where there's a OBS version for this?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, it could work out, and me and you could be looking at each other like, man, you know what? I spoke too soon.
See,
I
it's
thought
like I'm thinking I'm back. Like,
they just got to get it right. They have to get their marketing and structure in order, and I don't know if she has enough time to do that. How fast do they want to turn around? Your grace period is going to be over within, I say, after a year,
I would agree with
after
you.
the launch.
Yeah, I would agree with you, and
Yeah.
I think to your point, I think it also speaks to, because this was announced, there's obviously a hint of a lot of this is Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond coded. Like, you didn't just announce this as soon as you stepped into the room. This is something that's been working. This is some of their ideas that you are now going to present. Obviously, she'll have her own input, but like a lot of the legwork of this was done by Phil and Sarah.
Now, the crazy part I'd like to interject is, if this works, who gets credit?
You know who gets credit. They put out a hit piece on Sarah a week ago. You know who gets the credit.
If this was exactly what Phil and Sarah were planning and it works, they revive Xbox. It's just a tragedy, man. It's heartbreaking that, Xbox is back. People are flying off the shows. Yeah, Xbox. You feel me? People feel like, this is the Xbox I've always wanted.
Yeah.
Now it's going to come down to the name. I'll take a 720. You feel me? If they go off of that.
We'll see.
It's consistent. It's in line.
Yeah.
Or if they just call it, I don't know. If they call it Xbox and it's just clear what it is, this is basically a refresh.
Mm-hmm.
It's the OG Xbox, and this is now the Xbox.
Yeah. So because we've talked so badly about Xbox so many times on this podcast, and because Satya Nadella listens to us, I'm gonna offer up some free game and then copyright it and then sue the company when they start using the idea. Here's what you do.
All right.
You eat the costs on the hardware. I know it sucks, but you've already spent $70 billion on this brand. What's a couple more, right? Like, just eat the costs. You get out in front of the market because, as you know, as recent ascenders to the PC class, these parts ain't cheap, and they're not getting any cheaper, right? Like, what we got will probably not be the same costs in 3 to 4 months. So you come out as the go-to of, let's just say, like a 50, 60, give or take, in terms of GPU. You price it under, you go to drug dealer logic. You undersell the market to get your consumers back up. And because you're such you have so many hands into the software pot, you will make it back up on the back end. Because, like I said, you are now presenting the console that really speaks to where gamers are at, right? Everything that I watch on YouTube, even talking to my friends that have kids, all the kids that are into gaming want PCs. So if you're able to present this on the parent side of like, hey, don't even worry about having to put together your kid's PC and what and how much, just get in your words, the Xbox. They can stream. We'll have the Microsoft Connect webcam that comes with the deluxe package. It'll come with 2 months of Game Pass. There's just give incentives. You pay your diehard content creators in the Xbox space sponsorships for the first 6 months of the launch cycle. Your favorite Xbox streamers, you pay them. You pretty much you flood the market in a way where it's like, it's kind of like when Game Pass came out, where it's like, yes, they kind of got out of control with the pricing at a certain point, but you couldn't deny the value. Now, whether you wanted it or not, that was a different story, but you couldn't deny what was being offered to you with that thing. And now, because you're doing Steam, it's like you don't have to leave your console to boot up anything else.
No, you don't.
And you have Xbox anywhere.
That is what I was trying.
Put your Rogue Ally down.
There you go.
Put on the big screen. Like, this is one of the, this is how we win.
It is. And now, would it be also interesting if they do go, if it is a 3-in-1?
What would be the 3?
It'd be also a handheld.
We'll see. I think the reason why there's a lot of skepticism on this announcement is that I think the Rogue Ally Xbox handheld did not instill the most confidence when it came to what this pricing is going to look like. Of like, if you can feel comfortable charging $1,000 for a handheld that, sorry to say,
It's
comes with a little bit of bloatware.
it's
What are you going to
selling.
say? Right, and it's selling.
It's selling. It's selling. And if I'm gonna be real with you, it's selling, and it's it's actually, and I'm happy it is, because now if you're another company, you have to drop something fire.
Yeah.
Because if you did not have this third party support, flatline.
Oh no,
and we would have never
we're
seen.
gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah. You would have turned into an animation studio only.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We would get the Spider-Verse multiverse universe at that point of the spinoff.
And your stories aren't that great either. They're not. They're okay.
Yeah.
I'm not losing sleep over. I'd rather watch Toy Story.
Yeah, you're starting to see the stitching a little bit within the frames of like, oh,
you didn't want to take time to build this
yeah,
world?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, to me, like I said, I think that's the route you go. If they do want to go the more expensive route, right? Of let's say that it ends up being $1,200, somewhere between $1,200 to $1,500, you're still getting ahead of the greater market, right? Because again, your average, let's just say solid PC, right, for a AAA game, is gonna run you close to 2K, right? So you're still kind of undercutting the market in a lot of ways, but that's also for a very specific audience of like, the parents are not gonna run. Again, I said this with the Switch too. I think it applies to the PlayStation. There's no generation in the world where a parent feels comfortable outside of their phones for God knows what reason, putting a $100 device in the hands of a child. There's no way. There's no way. So I think if you can kind of make it in a way where it's appealing to the parents of like, maybe because little Timmy's 12 now, he can handle the $700 console. But when you start saying $1,500, it's like, that's gonna stay in Dad's room, and I will be. I'll decide when we who and when we play this. This thing.
So would you suggest that there'll be two versions?
No. Like I said,
Too much confusion.
Satya got to cry blood from his eyes for a little bit looking at the stats report. Him and Amy, eat the cost. Let's eat the cost. I know it sucks.
Yeah, and it's not like you guys can't recoup. You're just not going to recoup tomorrow.
Right.
Just be patient. It's a long game. How do you expect it? You're not going to make the money back up tomorrow.
Right.
Are you mad because you couldn't use that money to buy more AI chips?
Right.
Is that really why you're angry?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you. Like I think that's the thing of like, you have to, because, and again, I know we're not like necessarily business people, so like the idea of telling someone, hey, let's go more into the hole, obviously does not sound appealing to the company or the stakeholders. But I'm like you said, it's the long game. I'm like, yes, this sounds crazy right now, but if you can grit your teeth and bear it, because you own so much of the software market, because Forza is still gonna do gangbusters when it comes to PlayStation 5, you'll get the money back. You will get the money back. When you can get Burnt Peanut to open open the Xbox to play, Halo Infinity and Beyond on there, like, it'll be worth it. I promise you. So that's kind of where I fall with that of like, we'll see, right? And to what you said earlier, like, can Xbox and Microsoft as a whole kind of stay out of their own way long enough to really right the course of this?
Hope so.
Yeah. But another Xbox related news, real quick, and even though it's technically multi-platform, we still got to give respect where respect's due, and of who greenlit this whole project. Ninja Gaiden 4 getting DLC, 2 masters, new weapons, new missions, new bosses. What do you think, S-Rank, in terms of, are they really committing to the revival of this franchise, or is it just like, we just got to kind of see this through because we did it already?
I believe yes.
to which answer?
to both.
Oh, okay.
I do think I do see that there's interest in bringing back Ninja Gaiden. I mean, why would you not bring it
Yeah.
back? You could have filled the void. Now you're gonna let Phantom Blade Zero
Right.
take
Eat your lunch.
take
Yeah,
your
yeah,
spot.
yeah,
Just okay. You
yeah.
know, and honestly I enjoy Ninja Gaiden Black 2 more than
I mean, that's not
I
a good
did.
sign, but go on.
No, it's not a good sign because the thing is that kind of like what everybody's understanding now is when they go back to play Dead or Alive, they kind of see the vision of Tobunobu.
Mhm.
You know, unfortunately, it had to take um his death for people to realize, like, Dead or Alive is a legit game. It just didn't do a good job when it came to like marketing the characters or just marketing, period. And so
I
not
would
only that,
agree.
so the DLC,
Right.
not only DLC, but the costumes, the
Right.
simulators.
If
It was
everything
just
looks
like,
like titties the game, then it's you can't convince me as a fighter. Even though you like you said, all the mechanics might be there.
yeah,
Ryu
you know,
Hayabusa is not gonna get it done when it's like, get the thong pack.
yeah. So it's like, for me, the focus, you know, I think I think Dead or Alive right now would definitely benefit from a visual overhaul, kind of like what Virtual Fighter is doing, where the characters just look vastly stylized to where you can feel that impact in the game. But I do think Ninja Gaiden is gonna has that opportunity. Platinum Games, I know people are gonna look at me crazy. I really enjoyed the original style and feel of the original. It just feels better. It doesn't feel like anything that we've played before, and I love that.
Mhm.
I rather Team Ninja had done it. The same team that did Neo. I think it would have worked. It would have definitely worked. The only thing is, I feel like Ninja Gaiden has better. They feel Ninja Gaiden, the feel of Ninja Gaiden, and the weight feels better. If Neo could copy that, Neo would probably be a very way more appealing than it already
Yeah, I
is
was like,
now.
Neo 3 are apparently selling very, very well. So
No, it's a good. I have it.
mm,
I love it. No objections. I love it. I'm enjoying myself.
mm,
I'm enjoying the combat. I'm enjoying the difficulty. I understand the mechanics. Like I'm doing damage.
mm.
But there's just something. If you play the original, you have the opportunity to play it. I would say give it a try, and play Ninja Gaiden 1 and play Ninja Gaiden 2. Of course, the original 2 on the Xbox is gonna be my preferred one because it just is a better version
Yeah.
because of the
I think enough
gore
time
and
has
the
passed
enemy.
where it's like that is you can't really argue that point of like
Yeah,
it is the better version. It just is.
that i- that is the better version, and just the feel of Ninja Gaiden, like not going to 3 Razor 2. Ninja Gaiden 2 and 1 feel great. There is like, of course, there's some stiffness, but those things could be ironed out. You got tremendous technology working in mocap. I think Team Ninja need just to hire the better animators when it comes to the movement.
Well, I
And
think that's the interesting thing because before I feel like a lot of the criticism, at least from what I saw, is that which I think honestly, to be fair, applies to Ninja Gaiden as a franchise, is there's not a lot of the steam seems to run out after like the first 2/3 of the game. In almost every single case of like, okay, here's some good idea. Okay, all right, okay, interesting. Oh, level designs are kind of all right. Boss fight. Oh wait, we're gonna replay the entire mission, but we Ryu this time. Like there's just certain things where I'm like, yeah, it's there's very few Ninja Gaidens where it's like it's great from start to finish. Is what I've noticed.
I would argue that 2 had a way more appealing. I would argue say 2 had way better stages.
I mean, but you might be right, but again, that's not a good thing because we're at
No,
4, and
it's not.
you need 4 to sell in order to keep this franchise going. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I would. Why would you make the Platinum Games has done this twice to me? That's 2 burns. You keep trying to replace the main character. I did not want to play as Viola from Bayonetta 3.
Hmm.
Then you replace Bayonetta with another
Yeah.
Bayonetta in the
Hmm.
game with other Bayonettas. Okay,
Hmm.
I don't. This is not making me want. I don't feel attached. I feel attached to the first Bayonetta, and that's it.
Right.
Bayonetta 2 was great, but it wasn't 1. I rather play 1 than play 2.
I like the story
I
of
rather
2 a
play
lot better
2.
though.
It is constructed better. 3 story, the enemy design, these things play a part of it,
No,
man.
but
The
that's what I was
same
saying
thing with
about that's what I was saying about 4. I was like, I think 4, from what I've seen, it's like you're doing a lot of cool things to a lot of uninteresting enemies. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is cool, this is flashy, this is awesome. My eyes blur when I see who like the Paragon, the Falcon drop can only look so cool if if the who it's being done on doesn't matter.
and what turned me off about Ninja Gaiden is like I know when it's an arena versus Ninja Gaiden 2 where I'm fighting in the hallway. I'm fighting in Ninja Gaiden 4, there's just an arena. I'm on top of a skyscraper. Hey, I'm doing the combos. Well, you want to do combos in a closed space? I would
Yes.
like an interesting fight in a closed
Yeah.
space where I could use the walls to do my my ninja run.
Right.
And that's just pretty much
For the listeners and the
I
watchers, if you're questioning why we're saying that, there's a great movie I'd like you guys to watch sometime. It's called The Raid 2. If you want to see close quarters combat done well.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a hallway.
So and I know this isn't the game that we should bring up, but I do think Phantom Blade Zero is gonna be what I wanted the next Ninja Gaiden to be.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But I know it's too early to
Yeah.
tell, but from what I'm seeing, from what I'm hearing about how it plays, a lot of the smoke screen isn't just the smoke screen. It is these games are coming back with the delivery.
No, for sure.
When I heard that the Black Myth Wukong clenched his fist and raised it to the sky for not being recognized, I took that. I was like, yes, this is the energy we need in the industry.
No, for sure. I guess just in closing for this topic, I think it's one of those things where the discourse between consumer and developer is getting more engaged. And what I mean by that is we're seeing more and more that these developers are doing themselves a great disservice by not listening. And I think when it comes to games like Ninja Gaiden, ninjas will always be cool. It's a cheat code, but you have to listen. You have to be able to be like, you know what? Okay. You want more open areas, or you want more unique, more things that make it Ninja Gaiden coded specifically? Okay. We hear you.
Yeah. Just this one just felt it didn't feel. I didn't like the feel for what I wanted out of a Ninja Gaiden game. And people can say what they want. What are you talking about? I'm like, play Ninja Gaiden and play Ninja Gaiden Black and play this one. And the combat is trash. I said, no, the combat is its own. This feels like assets from Metal Gear Solid Rising. Now, I'm not mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
But the aesthetics, the neo cyber ninjas, that could be a segment. I don't want them to be the focus, but that's just my personal take on it. And I didn't want to play as Yakumo.
And not for nothing, I don't think enough has been done in the cyberpunk ninja. The cyberpunk ninja style world. Like, I feel like for some reason, creative minds peaked with Afro Samurai, and they never decided to try ever again. You know what I'm saying? Of like, we'll do mechs and mechs with weapons and mechs with weapon blades and energy weapons. And it's like, all right. And there'll be a purple tinge to some of these backdrops. It's like, all right. What else you got?
I actually like that idea. I would love an Afro Samurai game, but you need someone who's going to take care of it.
Yeah, and take it seriously. Because there was an Afro Samurai game. They just didn't take it seriously.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. But that's everything in Xbox news. I don't think we missed anything that was like jumping out in terms of what they had announced or what came out with them. But let's move into because it kind of feeds the other of. I felt like once this PlayStation rumor got confirmed, it felt like I was listening to Kendrick Lamar's Euphoria of like, I am your biggest hater. like Xbox is doing what? They're going to PC. Pull Spider-Man. Our games on your console? No, sir. Pull it.
And there's nothing we can do about it?
Yeah. No, sir. No. We were already gritting our teeth about giving 30% to Steam in the first place. No, let's go. We didn't want to do this anyway. But
you can keep MLB.
Yeah, take MLB. We'll even give you Token Fighting Souls, but Spider-Man? No. Yote? No, 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 no. This is
And
not PlayStation Play anywhere.
we surpassed the original Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, on a similar budget,
Yeah, right.
absolutely not, buddy.
With God of War on the Xbox, and I'm hearing rumors of people saying, God of War is coming to the Xbox.
No, it's not.
Don't have so. Hey
Not while
man,
Hiroki Toki has power.
nope.
But yeah, for those who don't know what we're referring to, it's been more or less confirmed at this point that PlayStation will be removing its single player games specifically from the PC space. There's been a bunch of theories as to why. The common one seems to be, which makes a lot of sense. And I said in the group chat that if this is the reason, I totally get it. Of they're not seeing enough of a return on these single player games to warrant it being not console exclusive. Because if you're not going to put the game out day and date or within a certain amount of time period, by the time PC gets Spider-Man 2, they know who Venom is. They know the story. Yeah, like all the things that could be possibly revealed as an experience there's been about 6 video essays before it even released. All right. And then that's assuming that the PC version of the game even works. Right. That's the other part of it. But what are your thoughts about this move? Do you think it makes sense? People scream about like, oh, but what about the money? It's like clearly there's still that level of brand pride that PlayStation has. Like you can't go get this. You can't just go pick this up at an authorized reseller. We don't do that here.
I actually think it might be good for gaming, where like I can feel like authenticity coming back.
Out of desperation, but I'm with you.
No, but you have no choice.
Yeah,
now,
that's it. Out of desperation, like you have to.
The live service is not going to give you a return. You wish you made something like Phantasy Star Online. You wish you made something like Final Fantasy 11. 14. I mean 14. So yeah, Final Fantasy 14. You wish. Microsoft owns WoW. Oh,
yeah,
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's just a lot. It's not going to benefit you if you allow that. Now, if Microsoft in return will allow PlayStation to continue to play, because think about it, like if Xbox games are making how much are the number one games being played on our console, and we go PC, what does that leave us? Right? And what does that leave us as far as like we're gonna basically be shooting ourselves in the foot. So no to that. And we're gonna basically right now we're gonna make our exclusives stay day and date.
Not to mention the increasing headache. Not to completely cut you off, but the increasing headache coming from the Nintendo side of like all of our, I guess you could say, second to third party people that used to rock with us don't care no more. Right? We heard from their mouths what the Crimson Desert developers said. PlayStation asked them for an exclusive. They said, absolutely not. Square Enix, oh no, you'll be getting Rebirth Part 3 day and date on everything this time. Right? So a lot of your ace in the holes are like, we are going where the bread is. Sorry.
You had to see the CEO of Square Enix repeatedly say, yeah, why didn't we release on the other ones from the very beginning? Xbox did how much, and the game is how old with the first one?
Right.
On Xbox? And you guys saying that they don't like Japanese games?
Right.
That's not what the data's telling me. That's not what the data's telling me.
You can't find Remake on Switch 2 in the stores physically because it's sold up. Hey, Herman? Yeah.
Not only that, but he probably had breakfast with Capcom. Said, yeah, man. So we're not doing we sold this much. What are you doing about Resident Evil? Is that gonna stay? No. Hey, and Nintendo, you guys, RE Engine's compatible with your software.
Very compatible, actually.
So what do you want to do? And I think
yeah, I don't want to completely cut you off. I was like, when you said the whole thing about
no, that's good.
Yeah.
No, please interject. That's fine. No, absolutely. I just think they have no choice, and I think the competition is back on. This is very bizarre. Very bizarre. But I feel it. I feel Nintendo doesn't feel like they have the hold anymore because they're seeing the Steam Deck sold out.
Yeah. But we said, I think we mentioned it once, even when Tim was here, of like, I know Nintendo's like thanking God that the RAM is kind of being eaten up right now, because if the Steam machine had launched and you could become a One Piece pirate with the Switch 2 software on that, oh boy.
And there's not much you could do. The software is all it's designed to be Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
It's Linux, right? It's designed to like, no, as long as you have power and you can code, it's yours.
Yeah.
You know, hey, watch how I turn my 4 Steam Decks into the ultimate GPU system.
Right.
Or watch how I turn my 4 Steam machines into the ultimate console. What do you mean? Yeah, so what I did, I was able to get these 4 Steam machines to give me the same power of an RTX 7050
Right.
TX.
And we were using
TI,
things like
whatever.
homebrew, so you didn't have to worry about online. We have online. Do you have Wi-Fi? Well, congrats. Welcome to like, you're like, what?
And now that's just chaos for the industry. Yeah, they're gonna have to come with it.
Yeah.
And be aware and be reasonable about your price too, because people aren't willing to pay.
Yeah.
I could just build my own PC and get you later.
Yeah.
Imagine bool absorption. Imagine bool absorption.
Because it really just boils down to, again, with some of these third-party developers, like people, and I guess it's fair, right? Of like, yes, if Grand Theft Auto drops this year, obviously the PS5 numbers will benefit of it because you can't run it on the Switch 2. And at this point, why would you buy it on Xbox? But what's happening, like when you look at a game like Crimson Desert, where it's like, well, if these developers can optimize these big open world sprawling games, like you said, onto a PC, I maybe don't need your console. I don't need it. It's a more affordable option for sure, right? Like obviously, it's like even a Pro is going to be cheaper than like a decent PC setup, but
Yeah.
I don't need it. I don't need, like, you're no longer the one doorway to get through to get to this game that I want to play.
And now you got the games that are saying, well, I always liked Zelda. Let me make the Zelda that people always wanted. Call it a different name, Crimson Desert, and boom, voila. Now you have a super competitor.
Right. Enjoy Breath of the Wild in 4K on your ultra wide.
I don't need Breath of the Wild. This game right here does everything.
All
I
of it.
want. And more.
Yeah.
So
It's
with NPCs that actually have an impact versus me just talking to hey.
Yeah.
The NPCs that just don't do a sound effect, but they actually have story behind them. Well, y'all trying to do Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption type NPCs, man. That's what y'all going for. Hey, there you have it.
Yeah. No, I think
there's competition out there. There's
great competition.
It's good competition.
I think the thing
Yeah,
that I think PlayStation should be worried about is, while they do have noteworthy first party games, right? It's like I'm despite all the quote unquote mixed reception, I'm gonna buy Marvel Spider-Man 3. Don't like be clear. I'm gonna play Wolverine. Like it's gonna happen, right? I think the bigger issue is, while you do still have like solid offerings, that turnaround time, bro, it's crazy. Of like, yeah, I'm gonna want to play these games, but if you're dropping a first party exclusive every 4 to 5 years in this attention economy, I just don't care. I don't care.
I don't.
Like, we're about to talk about Marathon, and it's like, I think they were saying that there were almost as many people watching streams of Marathon as there were people playing it. I don't need to buy this game. I don't need to.
Man, that's wild.
Yeah.
People would rather just
I'll just watch.
versus play. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Bro. I don't think that's
because a lot of it is it's brand loyalty, right? Of like, you've said it many times on this pod, of like, you want Halo to kind of write itself because you have so many fond memories being attached to that. You have a lot of fond memories of Mass Effect. Like, you want these IPs to kind of right the ship. But I think because the gaps are getting longer and longer, like, again, I make this joke all the time about Kingdom Hearts. So like, Kingdom Hearts 2 took so long to come out, I was a completely different person by the time it released.
Yeah, I did not care about these themes anymore. And you know what? I'll say I'll actually bring forth a problem that I feel that's underlying too. There's not enough talent.
And the way things are going, there's probably gonna be even less talent.
Because I can't feed my family doing what I like. So
Mm-hmm.
now
You're
that I
laying
get
me
an
and my friends
opportunity,
off. You're telling me there's no budget. The investors are backing out. Live service is it might as well be a curse word in the industry right now.
yeah, um, nobody wants to pay people. You're firing the people that actually created the game.
Yeah. You're getting close whether
Your
they
your
succeed or not. Like
your best option, right? And now, like, what do you have in your favor? So a lot of people aren't developing, right? They're not developing, and you can't get AI to do it. AI cannot tell you how a Philly cheesesteak tastes with the climate outside.
mhm.
You're gonna have to create a death ball outside to do the computation skills that you want it to have.
Yeah, a Death Star, I mean.
You need a Death Star,
Yeah.
yeah, a Death Star. Like you need space magic.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna happen. Not in this lifetime. Where are the resources? You need half a moon to make the chip that you want, to have the power and the thought that you want.
Right. And it'll have to be replaced
Uh,
next week because of just computing.
Next,
Yeah.
and God forbid an asteroid hit it
yeah.
or solar flare. What are you gonna do
Yeah.
then? But yeah, I just think I think that right now is just a great time for a great opportunity for stuff to be renaissance. But the point I was trying to make with as far as like there not being talent, yes, there's not enough talent out there to have these games. Maybe we should have considered games coming out 2 years max a skill level too, right?
Mm.
Maybe there we just had very skilled people in the industry that were able to do that in 2 years. But at what cost at the same time,
I think
you know?
now that we've kind of reached this place of which I will always argue of graphics peaking, I'm like, it's not gonna get much better, guys. You did it. Right? I think that now
Yeah,
that we're in
so
this
fix infrastructure.
yeah, right. Like fix tweak some things. Like again, I always use Insomniac games with the Miles Morales game. It came out 2 years after Spider-Man dropped. It was competitively priced for what you were getting. There were upgrades and improvements. Shorter story, yes, but you walked away feeling satisfied, right? Ready for the next thing. This whole thing of like we're creating an even bigger open world and doing it's like it's over for that. Nobody cares anymore. Some people
Especially
find
if you
Crimson
can't do
Desert
anything in it.
intimidating. Like, yeah, it's gonna be like 100 plus hours. Like 100 plus. Why? You know, like I think, like you said, like there was some talent involved, but I think, like if your game already looks good, you better start flipping them assets today.
Yeah, I think what Crimson Desert is going for, and it'll succeed. They just want you to hop in. Hey, just come in, have some fun,
Yeah.
and you can just leave whenever you want. You can kind of do that with Zelda. I don't feel pressure to beat the game,
Mhm.
and I kind of like that because I know if I'm playing Breath of the Wild, which I think Breath of the Wild Tears is a better version,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm enjoying myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me go. Let me see what I could cook in the cookbook. Let me see what gives me extra speed. Let me see if I could catch that horse that's been evading me for hours. I think that game is going to do exactly what it's designed for, and I think they're making the pitch very clear. So if people get intimidated by it, it's just a lacking understanding on their end. Because I understand for me that this is a game they want you to you come in, you get out, you want to do a mission, do a mission. You could have fun there. Stop playing.
Yeah.
Dragon's Dogma had some of that to a degree. Just their open world was horrible. It's just hallways.
Yeah. Even, like I said, as much as I love Rebirth is just a bunch of hubs and not particularly interesting ones either.
Yeah. So they can you could spark interest in the game. You can. I think that's perfect for whoever wants to see. Hey, man, I got endless content. I could play this game for 2 years straight, or for the whole year. Hey, man, I'm done. Let's go for it. I think it's gonna do as long as the people know who it's for. They'll be fine.
Yeah. To me, like I said, I think again, I guess we just giving away jewels today. PlayStation, if you want this to work, you need to start doing more spinoffs. And by I mean spinoffs, I mean like half sequels. We need more Miles Morales. Introduce some interesting character. Introduce X-23 at the end of this Wolverine game, so we can play as her in 2 more years. Start doing these things that make more sense. That we don't have to have a decade's worth of time pass before your next entry into this valued first party IP. You did it. The graphics look fine. They look fine. My mind is blown with almost every game I turn on these days. As long as it's not blurry, right? As long as we can hit close to 60 most times, I'm fine. I would like to hit more, but if we hit those like certain benchmarks, I'm cooling. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
And can't you hit 60 in Spider-Man?
Yes.
Yeah. So what are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying. You did it. You did it.
Yeah. Like,
Stop trying to like. Well, we got to go bigger. You don't got to go bigger. You can just again be more efficient. You have to reuse and flip the assets as needed. They already look good.
just upscale it.
Just upscale. I mean, I guess it's not as easy as just upscale, but you get what we're saying. What we're saying, like
and if AI. Oh, also, I going back to the Microsoft. Did you? I don't know if you've seen that new technology they released.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so that's also don't remember the name. I should have took the notes. Basically, what it basically does the upscaling without any GPU. Well, it works with the GPU, so you'll get better graphics. So where it's like a less of a load on the GPU that you're currently using.
Oh, so kind of like what PlayStation is doing with the Pisser 2.0.
Yeah, but
powered
by
PSSR
Microsoft
2.0.
PSSR. Yeah, but it's backed up by, and I'm not quite sure how the technology works, but it's around. It's that's the idea of what it wants to do.
Mhm.
So I think that in its favor, they could open up a lot of windows for them too.
If they're smart, right? If we can stop hunting the Moby Dick of live service for 5 seconds and focus on being more efficient, right? The fact that you were able to get a better selling Ghost of Yote for a similar budget to Tsushima tells you still again wipe the sweat off your yeah, like wipe the sweat off your brow. Focus on the good meals you're cooking at home and stop worrying about that whale. You're gonna drown trying to capture it. You know.
I agree.
On the hardware end, you got to figure out how to make a PlayStation Portal 2 that's affordable because Microsoft is looking to conquer all aspects of the market. They're gonna have a handheld. They're gonna have cloud saving. They're gonna have again, maybe a little bit more ambitious than what they're able to realize. But at some point, like we've said before, it's going to get there. If they want to see it through, it is going to get there. And you don't want to be the last person to the party in that aspect of like the PSP3 costs how much? Rogue Ally it is. Like it's just so that's kind of where I'm at with that. But speaking of the live service white whale, Marathon. Bungie's latest and greatest is out as of this recording. It has solid Steam numbers. Again, not that Steam numbers are the bread and butter. I know they can kind of put a pulse on what the culture is feeling to some degree, but especially when something is kind of launched primarily on consoles, like this is not the end all be all of like it was launched ideally for a console. It just happens to also be on PC. And even on PC, like Marathon's doing fairly well and getting fairly good feedback, especially given everything, all the drama that was leading up to it. So, what are your thoughts on like the server stress test, the release? Is the extraction genre still going to be a subgenre? Is this what pushes into the mainstream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I don't really have much to say about it. I don't know. You go first.
With Marathon, I don't think it has the juice to be the thing that changes things. I think what is always going to kind of be, not always, but what puts a hard wall for this type of genre of there is no end game, right? Which is a symptom of live service in general. Of like, when does the credits roll? And I think with Marathon, because it's structured in that way, it's like you kind of have to have like what you say about Marvel Rivals all the time, right? Of like, if nothing else, that art style will have you check out the latest trailer. Like, I got to see how they draw and drew such and such in such and such outfit in such and such stage with such and such. Like, I think Marathon doesn't, while it is stylized, which I think was a good choice. So like, let's not make this Unreal the game. I think the character designs that they picked are just a little too niche. Where you're looking, you're just like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, it's not the design isn't really defined. The reason why I don't know if you're
No,
done.
yeah, you good.
But the reason why I would say, okay, I'm not gonna say yes. When I say yes, I mean I can see it surviving.
Okay.
I can see it surviving because the art choice is like nothing I've ever seen before.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
one.
Which is what you want
But
from a game.
which is what I want. But at the same time, its art style doesn't help because it's just it's not clear on what shapes are going to be present throughout the entire game. If I'm making sense.
Yeah, it does. One of the biggest
Like,
complaints was the UI looks. What is this? What am I looking at? So
yeah, like it's just I need something that's like I need to be able to see some shapes rendered to where I'm not guessing what I'm looking at. Where's his head?
Mhm.
Are those his eyes or are he wearing
yeah,
glasses?
yeah.
I know how irrelevant that is towards me playing the game or me getting a kill, but if everything looks like this, what am I shooting at? These particle effects on top of the neon lights. My goodness.
Yeah.
Marathon number one shouldn't have not been called Marathon. It should have been called something else.
Well, apparently there's a
just
lot
don't-
of lore sprinkled into the game, which is cool. That's cool.
It just doesn't hit like the original Marathon appeal. You imagine if you talk to me about Mortal Kombat, right? And we look at what Mortal Kombat used to be. Then you tell me Mortal Kombat now is when you get punched, party effects come out of them. There's no gore and whatnot.
Mhm.
They give each other high fives. That's not Mortal Kombat. Imagine Mortal Kombat where everybody looks like a Final Fantasy character.
But
Okay, that's
I'll
the style, but
I'll
it's not,
challenge
you know
that
what
a
I'm saying?
little bit because I think, to their credit, Marathon was never big enough as a IP where it's like, I remember Marathon as X.
You got
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not wrong, but I think in terms of the greater mainstream, I'm not like, this is not the Marathon I remember. I'm like, I don't remember Marathon to begin with. So it's like,
Well, I mean, it was for us, for someone who's just dedicated to console, who didn't know anybody who had a PC. I knew about Marathon. I knew about a lot of other Bungie games that they had. Bungie has a game that almost plays like a Tomb Raider / inspired by Ghost in the Shell, to where you can do combos and shoot weapons. But it's them as a company who don't put that out there. Marathon's lore throughout all of Halo 3. You can go ahead and get the terminals and learn about. They were putting that in the game. They just never opened the window for that to flourish. So it's more on them, but them making that decision because it wasn't a big enough IP seems kind of more like what they're doing with the Green Lantern project that's taking place in HBO. I think it's stupid. Let me just swap it out. This doesn't make me want to play this game ever. Number one, it might be too colorful for a lot of people.
No, but again, that's what I was asking.
know?
I was like, I don't know that. Again, distinct art style is great. You need in this market, you need someone to look at a screen and be like, that's Marathon. And you did it.
Yeah, but
the choice of that's Marathon is like,
yeah, and then I guess for me, I'm left with, what is this? What's the point of all of this, right? So
yeah, the
it
live
just
service
doesn't-
dilemma.
Yeah, and I mean, we know it's live service, but within the game, what is it itself? What's my role? I'm just a merc. Am I a merc? Am I a hunter? What's my title? But that's just me. I guess that's just me diving into the game. But for what Marathon is, I I'm glad that it didn't die the way I thought it would.
Yeah.
Uh, you know,
It was looking real sketchy for a very, very long time.
you at this point it's gonna be game modes. What game modes are you doing that's unique enough for me to come back and play? Because Helldivers got it. Helldivers Helldivers got it.
Yeah.
Helldivers, hey, this is what we do. This is my role. That that lets me know what type of game I'm gonna play.
Mhm.
What's my role in this game? It's it's an extraction game. Okay, so the extraction mechanics seem very roguelike, which is cool.
Mhm.
It might work. It might take time to grow on people.
Mhm.
I just think they should have had more betas.
Yeah, I agree. A stress
know?
test the weekend before the game launches seems a little. I mean, granted they had an alpha, but it's like that. Yeah,
Panic.
yeah.
That to me, you guys are the guys playing the violin on the Titanic. Gentlemen, it's been an honor. Without only to discover that you actually, hey guys, it's Superman.
Mm.
We're saved. So only time will tell. That's what we can really say. Only
Yeah.
time will tell. Because if it flatlined it, people are watching it as well. So that those people watching,
Bro, they're
will
watching.
convert to people
You
on-
got gamers checking the Steam D charts on Marathon like it's the stock market. Dropping the Dow today. It might be cooked.
But you know what? I think the attention is just to see if it's gonna work. I'm like, guys, Fantasy Star Online is still alive. You might want to ask them what they're doing. How do you get people?
But
How do you get?
and that's a fair critique of the overall approach to PlayStation of like how are you approaching this white whale without asking the whalers how do you get started?
These guys are on their 7th.
It's like
that was paid for 25 years ago.
ask them who caught Free Willy 4 times over how they kind of got it done before you like I could do it too. We make video games. It's like yeah.
People are still playing Black Desert Online.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, talk to these MMO guys. What are they doing?
And not for nothing. Also, you have to keep vested interest in this because as obviously skilled and talented as Bungie is when it comes to making gun mechanics feel amazing, look at what's happening with Destiny 2. Of like, if you don't have somebody that is going to keep them locked in, you're going to end up fumbling what could grow into a long-running thing. Again, I'll stay with my take. I think sometimes with gaming podcasts and things like that, they want to kind of walk the fence. I'll, me, it's a triple down year. So I'm like, I'm going to say I just don't see this game having a long lifespan based off of the art style alone. I don't know if, right? It's like you might get the Miles Morales Astrobot toy, right? Because you're feeling it. What does the merch for Marathon look like? Why does the neon controllers that you guys teased last year look better than the Marathon specific controller that you guys released? I want that lime green one, not whatever this is. It's just things like that of like, how does this get in a life of its own? This is not getting an anime spinoff, I'll tell you that much. Caesar warning in every episode. It's just...
You hired a very talented artist to do the commercial, the one that did the I don't know if you've seen Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix, but one of my favorite episodes is with the deaf guy, the mute dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess he did. I think he had something to do with the marketing, but
it's just
if the game looked like that, then that'd have been interesting. But it didn't.
Yeah.
That's actually for too much.
Yeah. So we'll see, but if I had to give a right now take, I'm like, I don't see this. I don't know if we'll be talking about Marathon this time next year, is what I'll say.
It's just, oh man, it's just too much stress. Like, these guys are not built. And the game that they're making doesn't give you the turnaround time to give you that type of, it's too much to maintain, man. And you guys don't want to pay nobody.
Yeah. I'm going
You don't
to
wanna
play what looks like Splatoon with machine guns on this, or am I going to call an orbital strike from space and destroy a gigantic bug on Helldivers 2? Which way, modern gamer? You know,
And you got the commercials for Helldivers just making me be like, yo, Ant, it's time for us to unite. We ain't got no excuse now.
yeah, it's true.
We ain't got no
It's
excuse
true.
now. You know?
Yeah.
So
But to keep it going with PlayStation news, we didn't talk about this on the podcast, but I think it is important. Do you have any thoughts on Insomniac tweeting out Wolverine's release date with nothing, with no other fanfare?
oh, that was just a call from HR.
Okay.
That was just a call from HR.
Okay.
Hey, go ahead and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just release it. Yeah, yeah, just do it.
I'm a little nervous about Wolverine. I feel like it's in a weird space because it was such a targeted topic of the hacks. Like it's gonna be like you can't really have unless the story has changed drastically. There's not gonna be a trailer reveal. You kind of know who's in the game already from one little Reddit search at this point. You know, maybe it's the mechanics that get it done, right? The way the story is told gets it done. I'm like, it's gonna be a lot of it. Kind of feels like we're gonna need the excitement of playing as Wolverine to kind of carry this. Of like, Deadpool and Wolverine did you guys a favor, low key. Of like, yeah, you know, the Wolverine Deadpool fight was pretty good. It was pretty good to watch two actors, 40-year-old plus, kind of do all that, and it looks somewhat realistic to a certain degree.
Yeah.
I too would like to do that Wolverine's claws. You know, like I just don't know in terms of like what is it about this game that's gonna be like 5 million out the gate. You know?
Man, okay. I know a lot of people are not gonna like this, but the game has to have some length on it.
I think it has to be like Uncharted 4, but with beheadings.
Okay, Uncharted 4 with beheadings, as well as Jedi Fallen Order or something like that. I think if it has a hub world like that, I'll be down for that. Also, you got to give this game DLC.
Yes,
you have.
You can't do Marvel Spider-Man 2 where like we were thinking about it and we no.
And if you're smart, you have to add Cyclops.
Why specifically Cyclops?
Just I think Cyclops right now is being his character revamp right now. He's being solidified as not
Yeah.
So Cyclops right now is being his character is being established. Kind of like Thanos, a pamphlet of how Thanos is now is established. You know, you want to play Thanos? Reference this guy.
Yeah.
You want to play Tony Stark? Reference this actor.
Yeah.
You want to do the Joker? Hey, listen, either you can go Jack Nicholson. I'd say, hey, bro, you really want to do it? Heath Ledger's your way. You want to see Bane on screen? Gotta say, if you want to you have references now. That's what I'm trying to say, you know? And you drop two story DLCs. If you're not gonna give us, if the original game is not too long, it's like
I'd say it'd have to be probably about 12 to 15 hours at the least. I don't know if they had that much gaming, what would be kind of linear,
20.
but
Say 20, bro.
20 in a linear game?
That's where your hub world's got to be interesting, man. The story's got you. Those games, you have to have set pieces to where people will be like, "Dog, I want to do this mission again."
Yeah, that's what I said. Uncharted, but with gore.
And I understand that, but I didn't have this issue playing that with the original Wolverine game that dropped the movie game that was on the 360. I didn't. If you can give me that plus story plus sequences and scenarios to where each scenario feels like a challenge, I'm down, man. Let's do it. Right? Let's do it. And so now you release DLC. You release DLC. You release the DLC. Now you can do, I don't know if Lady Deathstrike is in the game, but if you want to do that and just, hey, the real movie already existed, let's do that again, but better.
Yeah.
Easy work. Don't kill yourself then. If you guys see already material that's already fire, then for the last DLC that's coming out, you guys want to leave off on a cliffhanger, hey, let's introduce X-23. Let's introduce Cyclops. Let's see a duo that we could have never anticipated before, or whatever. You add the the Cajun in there, and you
I
do
don't know
you know what
why
I'm saying?
why Gambit gets treated the way he does, bro. It's so odd. It's so I'm like, people love
Yo,
him.
you know what Gambit was in the 80s? My
Like,
brother's favorite character was
yeah,
Gambit.
people love Gambit. Like, what are you?
He did not. My brother was like, "No, Gambit's my favorite character." Like, I knew it was Wolverine, and my brother's was
Yeah,
Gambit.
I'm
My
like, he
brother
could do
loved,
what
you know what I'm
with
saying?
his hands? The cards are just his preferred weapon of choice. Oh, I would like to see more things with this
And
man.
and I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys need to have fun with your games. It's okay to make original enemies for this game.
Mhm.
It's okay. I'd like to see Cyber make a return, and you guys establish Cyber, an enemy that Wolverine himself is afraid of.
Mm.
You guys are creative guys. Have fun, man. That's all I ask for these guys to do. I want you guys to have fun and not feel too uh too tied down into like obeying lore. Y- As long as it doesn't break who the character is fundamentally
Yeah,
within the game to make it feel like a video game, go ahead, have fun, man.
yeah,
I don't know why the Green Goblin is in this game, but it's working. As long as it work, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have fun. That's one of the game's reasons why I appreciated Web of Shadows. They did not care.
yep. Here's Luke Cage. Here's Black Cat. Here, oh, all right. I mean, here's Moon Knight. Moon Knight.
But let's go to the Arkham. Let's go to the Arkham Asylum
Mhm.
games. Who was his name? The Knight that was
Oh,
kind of like
Azrael?
just very Azrael.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Just bro, you just have fun, man. Have fun. I would love to see a Daredevil game. That's all. That's another topic. But
There is
my
another
friend,
topic. Apparently, we almost had one. So and
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah. I think so. That pretty much wraps up PlayStation news. I don't know if there's anything else that I had jotted down or noted. I guess real quick in passing, I will say I don't know if it was the granted. I get it. Closed test. Yada yada. I don't know if it was the greatest idea to have Horizon Hunters Gathering as a closed test the same weekend as a stress test for Marathon, but just not given the greatest confidence of like this game is going to be rolled out with a game plan. But moving on to Nintendo news. S Rank, it breaks my heart to tell you this, but
What's going on? Talk to me.
Streets are saying that Resident Evil Requiem is good, but it's no Pokopia.
What do you mean?
I mean, let the Metacritic scores tell it. Right now, Resident Evil Requiem and Pokemon Pokopia are neck and neck in terms of best critically released game within the past 2 weeks.
And that's a bad thing?
Well, I mean, I know you would side with Resident Evil in any day of the week. So how does it feel knowing that Ditto the game, Animal Crossing meets Pokebreeder is fighting off Leon the Man Kennedy on the charts?
Listen, I'm glad that there's a avenue for this type of gamer. They like their cozy games, their sim simulators.
Seems like something they should have been doing
happy.
years ago, but go on.
I'm happy that this is something people are enjoying. I'm happy. I like it. I don't have no problems with it. I'm glad that it's doing great. I'm glad that they're at least trying spin-offs.
Yes.
At
Please.
least creativity is
Yeah.
being taken place. Right? If you're gonna have somebody who's gonna bring forth an idea of a genre that's never been realized before, it has to be the person that's gonna actually fulfill that
Yeah.
promise. It is the best version of what it is.
Yes.
I'm all for it. I'm happy for it. I'm happy for the team. I'm happy for that board meeting. I'm happy if they discuss bonuses. I'm happy for it. I'm happy that it's doing numbers like
Yeah.
that. Is it a game I will ever play? No.
And that's fine.
I'll play Animal,
Yeah.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll play Animal Crossing before that.
Okay.
But for this is Animal Crossing with Pokemon.
Right.
Think about it. This could have been V for Pinata fans coming over here for which was not a bad game.
But I get what you mean.
This could
Yeah.
be, this could be Pikmin fans, but for everything. Like, yo, I can use Pokemon in a naturalistic setting. Like, I'm all for it.
Yeah. It took
You know that
it took the basics of what I enjoyed about Pokemon Snap and applied it in a real world way of like, yes, I would like to go
muy bien,
camping with Charizard and have him light the fire underneath the.
muy bien,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like certain mechanics that Pokemon could use.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'll say a side note. If there's any game that could make you feel like you had brotherhood, but they had something on their hands here, was Final Fantasy 15. Those camps, when you find a camp and you make a camp and you build it,
Mhm.
was some and they have the little talks. If you could, don't even have to be to that degree, but just emulate some of that relaxation, looking around, XYZ, then you got yourself, you're onto something here, man. I love those parts of those road trips on Final Fantasy 15, where okay, I found a campsite. Yo, let's go to sleep. You want to wake up in the night? You don't? Fine, it's okay. Hey, yo, what dish did we learn how to make? Hey, let's eat this food.
Yeah.
I think Pokemon would absolutely benefit from something like
I agree. I think when you think about the legacy of it and the longevity of it, I think Pokemon has somehow, some way, have a bad habit of incorporating not necessarily the bad things, but things that are secondary to the secondary. So what I mean by that is like, yeah, it's cool that I can, after a battle, clean my Pokemon, do like a little like accessory and feed it treats, whatever, for a stronger bonding level. But to what you said of like, this is supposed to be an adventure, and we don't eat, we don't sleep, we don't do anything bonding outside of me treating them like a pet, right? Given the IP and what we've seen and been introduced to in that universe over the time, of like, there's so much more you could do with this that just makes sense. Like, it's not gonna alienate. Like, you see something where it's like, yeah, it's Pokemon meets Animal Crossing, and we're all just like, well, duh. Like, it's like, you don't say.
Did you guys use ChatGPT for that one?
Duh, so yeah, I same thing. I'm happy for them. I hope that this continues. Because we're kind of running out of time, we'll kind of discuss wins and waves a little bit more in detail later. But I do think it's a good sign that they at least had the foresight to be like, it's coming out next year and it's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. It's like, okay, already two good things.
I liked what I saw, man. I'm not gonna. This is the direction I wanted him to go from the very beginning. I like the aesthetic, man. It's refreshing.
I'm a little bit tired of the islands to some degree. I'm not gonna hold you, but
we don't know how they're gonna do them.
Yeah,
if I could swim to the Emerald, and it's a decent size, and there's a lot of love to do, and it's levels, bro. Think about it. There's an ocean that I've never explored. That gives. I wouldn't mind this recycle.
Yeah, I think if we go a little bit, and I know some people are conflicted about how it was handled, but I think if we go a little Tears of the Kingdom with this game, I don't think that's I'm like that's not a
that would benefit you, right? That'll be a great pamphlet for where
right.
Hey, and then not only that, but hey, there's a cave where you can get rare Pokemon, but you got to solve this puzzle. Hey, man, I got a job for you. Man, wait, what? I need a Pokemon? Dang, only a Growlithe can actually do what I'm looking for it to do. You guys have the world at your fingertips, man. This game, you guys have Pokemon days. Give us a reason to have a Pokemon year.
Yeah.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like a Pokemon month. It's all there, man. There's no reason for me and you just to be thinking about this on the fly.
I know. Press our select game consultant coming soon.
You know what? I'm gonna go back to school and get my MBA master's.
Right? Like, how can I market this to you guys? Of like, you just do these things, and I guarantee, like Leonardo DiCaprio, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You'll have more money than what you know what to do with. Just buy.
Oh man, yes, I 100%, man.
Yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring back two segments that we haven't touched in a little bit of time, but we have things to fill them this evening. One of those things being back to formula. Now, for those who don't know, if you're new to the podcast, it's a little segment we like to call back to formula, where we address certain things within the gaming industry or a thing in the gaming industry that needs to be taken back to back to the boardroom, essentially, of where did we go wrong. And as luck would have it, as cold as a cold takes, High Guard is not gonna make it. It's not gonna make it. March 12th is the day the server goes offline forever. And while initially the game has some of my sympathy because the narrative behind it seems noble, of like, hey, we're just an independent studio trying to make things happen, a bunch of ex-developers. Once the Tencent reveal kind of got, like your secret benefactor, the the anonymous donor of like, how is she paying her rent every month? Like once you start seeing that, it's like, okay. And then they never gave us a chance narrative that they tried after that of like, well, you got the biggest alley oop that any gaming company could ask for and decided you still wanted to shadow drop it or be close to shadow drop as possible. Esric, what are your thoughts on High Guard's It's So Hard to Say Goodbye?
I mean, the writing was on the wall. We kind of knew what was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen. It just didn't do enough, man. What is your game?
Yeah.
What is your game? Well, it's a 3v3. It just the aesthetic just didn't do enough,
yeah.
Man. And
with character designs that, no disrespect to whoever came up with them, but looks like your general preset characters when you're into another character creation game of like, if you don't want to make anything, you can choose from them. It's like, ooh.
Guy with dreads. guy with high top fade.
Right.
Guy with crew cut.
Right.
Also a brunette.
Yeah. The woman with the mean face and the colorful hair. This one. Okay, all right, we're doing this again.
Okay, the woman with the narrow face and dark hair. Clearly, she's good. Yeah. There just wasn't enough going for it, man. Like, okay, I'm on horseback. It's there just wasn't enough going. There wasn't enough for it to look cool to me to stick out to say, hey, I want to play that.
Yeah.
It just wasn't enough. If you guys are ex-developers from Titanfall, pull into the Titanfall bag, man. I would have taken this game if it was cybernetic look and you guys, the characters looked rendered as if they were from Metal Gear Solid Rising and you were on a cybernetic horse. That would have worked.
Yeah, because it's like you see in the trailer, they look like they're from the medieval era, but then they pull out guns, but then they're on a horse. It's like, what is happening? And it's a raid shooter, but with 3 versus 3. You didn't think 5 versus 5 was the way to launch the game for a raid shooter?
And that could be a mode. Y'all could have just had that a mode.
Threes. Yeah.
Called threes, fives. You guys want to do 3 or 5s? Let's vote now. Easy. But again, yeah, I know we went very harsh on the game because it's just like, yo, who approved this? And I'm sad, because it's just like, guys.
Yeah.
Why did you think this?
Yeah. That's been my takeaway too. Like, where in this thought process did you think that we got one?
You should have just released on Steam only.
And then what? Like, I know.
And then
there's been like a back and forth about like, oh, did Jeff Keighley doom this game? I was like, well, I will say, I don't blame Jeff Keighley. I think he didn't do the game any favors when he said that tweet of like, I'll be accepting your apologies in 48 hours. I'm like, sir, scale it back a little bit. Read the room just a bit. Let's take it easy, But
because what was Concord? What was Concord designed to be?
Star Wars.
Really? How?
Yeah. So I think with the Jeff Keighley thing, it was like even with your sunsetting of the game, that write-up report of we engaged 2 million players, I can guarantee you don't see the word million if Jeff Keighley doesn't give you the alley-oop. He did. It's kind of like, again, we always use music as a comparison. If I'm an established rapper, you're an up-and-comer, and I give you the third verse on my single, and you decide, you know what? I'm just going to sing my bars. Well, goodbye. Like, goodbye. I'm just gonna, harmonize my way through my verse. I'm gonna give a little bit, and again, that can fit a certain type of song, or if you have a certain type of clout. But I can promise you that taking the Future route and saying la di da di da stop doesn't work if your name is not Future. So like this whole thing, like we're just gonna shadow drop. It's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're gonna go back in that booth and you're gonna write Rick Ross's verse on "Devil in a New Dress." You're gonna write
right Kanye's verse on my goodness, Kanye's verse on Young Jeezy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yes.
Amazing.
Yes, exactly.
You're gonna do that.
You're gonna do that.
Yeah. You're gonna do that.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do.
Put on, exactly. Yeah, you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna rewrite Eminem's verse in Renegade.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
You're gonna do that. Man.
Yeah. So like to me, I'm like, again, I'm sure there's a developer within that team that was just there to do their job and was excited about making the game and kind of got caught up in the things above their head. But with all the things that kind of slowly came out with this game of like, it just felt like ego. Of like, well, we did something similar in 2019. That's red flag number one. Like, it's not the same gaming climate, but whatever. And there was just no, like, you didn't do any open betas. You didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything for people to see, hey, do you even like this game? That would have gave you time. People say, yo, and like y'all could have revamped. And y'all could have been like, hey man, Rinse Dude, Tencent. We got some feedback and we want to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
What do you think? Okay.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, High Guard, go back to Formula.
High Guard is now by
But yeah. Guard wasn't high enough, some would say,
Yeah.
RKO. All right, but Esric, we are running out of time. But real quick,
Yes.
give me 5 to 10 minutes on why your PSS approved is for what Capcom showed with Pragmata, and how you feeling about the success of Resident Evil Requiem on this first week.
Okay. I played Pragmata demo a couple of times now, and I could say this game is, I don't know, it's just refreshing. It's new. I've never played a game like this before where you have to hack live. And it keeps you engaged, but in a very different way, where you're solving patterns and you're also working on hand-eye coordination. From there, number one, the aesthetic is great.
It does look cool, for sure.
It's that's my favorite thing about futurism. So you put me in a cyberpunk game, put me in a futuristic game, anywhere. That's me. That's my favorite. Favorite type of game to play, favorite type of genre to play. Halo, that's just me through and through. So what I got from Pragmata was just like, man, this is Capcom is using the same formula as Resident Evil, but then like, hey, let's take some stuff from Dead Space. But it doesn't have to be horror. It could actually just be a very relaxed, chill game. We'll have a hard mode for those that are challenging, but it kind of like almost touches the same grounds of Death Stranding, but it has way more of an engaging mechanic, in my opinion. And from there, I think Pragmata is gonna, as depending on how it plays through in the story. And I'm not if the story is just super simple, I'll be okay. Because I think the gameplay mechanics, the aesthetics work enough for people to be like, oh, let me play this again. This is dope. I like the combinations of weapons along with me hacking and the power-ups that I'm using, and I'm just engaged overall. I love the mini games that are involved. I think this is why I'm looking forward to it. I guess my PSS Approved stamp.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
I enjoyed the demo. The boss battles was engaging enough. Capcom's putting some money behind this.
Yeah.
If the RE engine is making stuff that simple,
keep doing
goodness.
it. Yeah, keep doing it.
Keep doing it. And now you see the benefits of building your own engine, guys. All these, I remember that whole season where everybody's having a problem with Unity engine. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Well, Unity wants to they want to take how much? Okay,
right. Don't worry about it.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
And to Resident Evil's point, I am really enjoying the game. I didn't think I'd enjoy playing as Grace, even though I'm playing it as if she's Leon Kennedy.
Oh, I know. I've been watching your streams.
Yes. Even though I'm playing as if I'm Leon Kennedy, I kind of, that's just inside my blood, man. I've been playing Gears of War, Halo. All I know how to do is shoot. That's it.
If I got a bullet in the chamber, I'm letting it fly.
When I was playing as Chris Redfield in Resident Evil 8, I was at home. I said, this is my house. This is my piece. When I played as Leon Kennedy, listen, I was just, there with the chain. I had to cripple the game so I didn't blow through it. So I removed the reticle. So I said, listen, this is going to be too easy for me, even on hard. Let me just remove the vision and use my actual eyes. And I'm actually doing pretty fire. I could get a headshot now because I can. It's like it's me now. You know what I'm saying? And I just overall, it's actually still challenging. You're not gonna just jet through the zombies with Leon.
Right? He's not a superhuman person. Like he's just experienced.
These are some strong zombies. I'm glad they're not the zombies from 28 Days Later. Then you would have needed Resident Evil 4 Leon. Yeah. I could outrun a boulder. But hey, so far so good. I'm playing as Grace right now, and I don't want to spoil too much, but basically I'm with Grace right now. I'm in a second interesting part with Grace. She's in a dark area to where she's, seeing, how do I say, underground. I would say that's it. Okay. It's the only spoiler I'm gonna give you guys. She's underground, but so far the challenge is there. And I'm enjoying the game, even the story. It's well directed, man.
Okay.
It is well directed. There's a scene to where it's in the very beginning. Leon sees one of the main antagonists of the game just walking about, and he's like, yo, what are you doing? And I'm looking at it like, yo, how is he going to get out of this? And he gets out of the situation. And that's where I was like, oh, bravo. I think I'm going to like this game. The hospital scene that I've seen thousands of times was still fun, as if I never saw it. That's when I knew. Even the hospital scenes that I seen in the beginning that they featured throughout the demos of Grace hiding from the giant monster.
Yeah.
I don't even know the person's name, but still intense.
We'll call her She Nemesis.
She Nemesis, yeah. Still intense. Loved it.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it. So far, I have no complaints. I'm enjoying the game. The challenges are there. The stakes are there. The jump scares are there. It happened to me a couple of times, and I was happy.
That's good. Yeah, to be able to get that out of you 9 games in, not counting spinoffs, that's a good sign.
If you play this game, it's gonna total you. I say, yo, I don't know if I can do this. Because I'll be honest with you, the giant thing crawling about, she's not fun.
Not my cup of tea. But we'll see.
Yeah.
But ladies and gents, I do have a hard out, unfortunately, for this evening.
Right.
That's why I wanted to just give S-Rank the floor for the PSS Approved. Also, I haven't played Pragmata yet, nor have I played Resident Evil. I still got to play Remake Part 2. So that lets you know where I'm at.
I really want to say this, and I'm going to say it. I think you'll like Pragmata more than you expected to.
Okay. I mean, they do have a demo. I don't mind trying it. I just, again, my backlog, bro, like backlog and time available for backlog. It's like, I still am looking at Digimon Time Stranger untouched.
Hey man,
I've had that game for at least a month, untouched.
But that's a steak. But what you got is a steak lobster.
A little surfer turf, just ready.
You got steak, lobster, Benihana rice. You know,
Yeah,
like,
just waiting.
you know, and a martini.
Yeah.
Made by the best bartenders in South Florida.
Yeah, fair enough.
You in the green to me,
Yeah.
man. You in the green to me.
And all this before Crimson Desert in like 2 weeks. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Hey, leave it to me. I got you covered, brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in once again. We'll be back next week for sure. In the meantime, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hype us up if you have the hype button access. Leave us some comments about some topics you want us to cover for next week. And as always, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Till next time, I am Antonius DaGamer, Super SSS Rank. This is the Press Start Select Podcast. Peace.
And tune in on my stream.
Oh, yes. S Rank is also streaming, so make sure to check out his channel.
Very easy to find me. The channel's, a little rough, but Super SS Rank.
Yep. Matt,
I'd like to subscribe.
Welcome to Kappa Corp.